Today's October 8th, 2025, and I want to paint my nails. So I don't exactly have a reason as to why this is the case, but I only want to do the fourth nail on each hand. And so I went ahead and I bought a couple of things from Amazon. I already had some acetone from Publix. Don't know if it's local from wherever you are, but acetone. Then this product took me a bit on Amazon just to find. Don't know how good this is. It's nail polish. It's got a base coat and a top coat. Then this, Supui, found it on, I think it was like AliExpress, and I've had it in my, so I used to do a lot of cosplay, and part of my interest was a lot of makeup, and I bought these nail polishes because I thought it'd be really good to do like some kind of mermaid design or like a mermaid outfit, and it had really nice tones to them, these blues and these really sea foamy tones. They're not light in color or value, but they are a lot brighter, and like the sparkles are something that I'm really attracted to. So let me give you a little taste on the one that I want to try today. It's really pretty. It's like gold. It's like gold. And I also bought the cat eye variant. It's gel polish. I didn't know it was cat eye when I first bought it. I thought it was just regular nail polish. So, sorry, just adjusting the microphone here. I didn't realize it fell. But completely amateur, first time I'm ever making a video. I used to have, well, actually I still do have an account that I had back since 2013. Which is, was I 13 then? No, I was like 13 when I was back in 2012. Okay, so actually, you know what? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my glasses because. Alright, great. So, I haven't been using glasses in like last couple months, partially because I've lost them, and oh man, okay, so it's not just me, it really was, the mic is falling over, hold on a minute. Hey, so, I haven't been using my glasses in a while. I'm not blind, it's just a little difficulty, like, seeing, peripheral? It doesn't matter. So, I bought this at, yeah, Publix again, look at you, little looker. And it's a four-sided buffer, nail buffer, and I used to play with these when I was a kid because my mom was like, she was like part of like a Mary Kay thing, you know, like that company where it's like if you sell like a lot of what's it, makeup and stuff, and like nail, yeah, I think nail, I don't know if nail polish was a part of it, but she had a friend in there that gave her like this like really nice squared buffer, and it was just so nice to see how the nails would get brightened, especially with the fourth side of it, the shine nail. Really like shiny things. So I also have a magnet for the cat eye because after I found out it was cat eye, I realized, ah, shit, I should get some gel. I should get a magnet with it too. And then I've got a UV light because I also did not know this was a UV curing nail polish. Now, I do not paint my nails. I have not painted my nails ever since I was a kid and I just had access to like nail polish, and it was fun for a bit, but I just really don't like my nails painted or cut or anything. Like no, I want them cut. I want them short because it's just not comfortable to work or type on a computer, so it's like really inconvenient. So like my heart goes out to women, but like you guys who like them really long, I respect it. It is a grind. They look great. But geez. So, I'm sure you hear it a lot. Now, we're just gonna start with the first one, which is File Nail Edge. And I haven't ever touched cat eye, so this is also going to be my first experience ever trying this. So, I kind of want to do that for this channel, where it's more of a candid first try, or just experiencing things with other people who are maybe interested in the same things I am. I just want to kind of help bring some positivity back to a space that I used to love. Because, I'm an only child, so I never really got to have so much sibling or family connection. I came from Cuba when I was just like a year old or something, or I was like, I think it was like a year and 6 months old that I came to the U.S. with my parents. But I never had family. I actually didn't even meet my sister, half sister, until I was 18 years old, and I had godparents who are in New York. So it's just like very few family connections. Didn't grow up with any grandparents. A few friends from school, but I also didn't uh, hang out with them outside of school. It was just kind of like a strictly school thing. So now in my adult life, I'm kind of taking the liberty of like experimenting and learning about myself and things that I didn't want to or maybe wasn't interested at the time, and now it's calling my attention. And I feel like that's for a reason. So I want to go ahead and give it the time of day. So remove ridges. I'm assuming this is just the entire nail. Now, if I really do enjoy this, I may want to do more nail stuff in the future, but art and makeup is something that I did grow up liking. Specifically like special effects, horror makeup. Cause wait, it's reminding me of a time in high school. Back when I was like really, really, really into creepypasta, and I did Age of the Killer cosplay at school. Nobody wanted to sit next to me. Nobody wanted to look at me. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Of course, because I had those white eye contacts that singled out your pupil, and it was a little too accurate. And I also gave myself a Galasko smile. And I really liked liquid latex, and I made my own fake blood. I was very interested in a lot of special effects. So it's something that I still like to this day. Character design is something that I find myself enamored by the details that other artists could implement into their design, because some things are subconscious, the way that you just end up drawing a character or you end up writing about them. And that's another thing that really fascinates me, because from a very, very young age, I knew that I was going to be a comic artist. I was going to tell my own stories. I wasn't going to work for any company because I did not want to sell my integrity for money. So that's another reason that I felt the need today to start this kind of a journey on the internet, because not only does it need positivity, but it also needs some more creativity, because, when things stagnate, when you see the same thing over and over and over again, you get numb. And when you get numb, that's when you stop paying attention, and that's when bad things start happening. And I want to be one of the few, if not hundreds, I can't even say few, I want to be one of the people that are there when good things start happening again. Because I love seeing positivity. I love seeing the impact that a group of people can have on each other. So art, ooh, that was weird. Art is the most basic form of human expression, whether it's writing, music, speech, painting, nail art, anything really is art. As long as it comes from a place of desire to connect, or you want to express an idea, that to me is art. Any kind of speech is art. So I'm gonna go here and start with the smooth look. At how nice! I love the shine. This is giving me that same invigorating feeling I used to get when I shined my nails. Look at that. And I haven't even gotten to the color yet. But I only want my fourth nail colored. Don't know exactly why, but sometimes when I think about it, I get like this weird tingle that just goes up my hand, and then it feels more like, yeah, I need to do it. So that's why I'm here. I don't know. I'm just following. what I want to do. And so I really want to write stories, and that's actually what I'm in the middle of doing now. Back in 2017, I went into college for animation and game art, and I did get an associate's degree in that field. And I loved every single minute of it. It's helped me improve so much and focus my story writing and what I ultimately want to do as an artist. I consider myself a storyteller first because art, like when you say you're an artist, I feel like people kind of shut down and they're like, oh, so you're one of those like prim and proper artsy fartsy motherfucker. No, that's not what I want to be known as. I want to be known as somebody who knew how to write people. Because one thing is like writing a character. Oh, jeez, I didn't even open this beforehand. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. So this is the base coat. I don't think this one needs to be UV cured. No, it's just like wait, yeah, apply top coat, wait for 3 minutes. So I actually don't have a camera with me. Oh wait, I have an alarm. Okay, I could set it up. Hold on a minute. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to just apply one base layer. This is like just a resin matte that I had because I also wanted to get into like a resin art, so I still have plenty of resin and plenty of it's a good thing I'm not recording with a camera on my face because I would not be able to look at anything otherwise. But what was I saying? Character writing. So I want to be known as somebody who knew how to write and connect with other people through I wouldn't even say like only my writing because I'm also working with my girlfriend who is the main reason any of this is happening at all, because I was also like a very stilted type of writer where I didn't fully know how to communicate situations or knew how to really write. I'm not left-handed by any means, so disregard my shaking. But I'm not a you know, I kind of forget how fun it is to do things that you're not used to. So I hope I can get a group out there that wants to paint their nails with me. It's just a piece of bone on my finger, so why can't I make that fun? So characters onto the third. I also have ADHD, so that doesn't help either. But I feel like multitasking will help me focus, even though that also kind of seems like a paradox. You just saw that glitch right there. But paradoxes are a form of art in their own right. So I think I'm done with this. I'm gonna set a little 3-minute timer, and then I will be right back. And I'm gonna keep that in mind with character writing. I'll just take a little break. Woo, we're back. So I went ahead and I reread the instructions because I thought it was like apply the 2 to 3 layers of the base coat. No, I was incorrect. That was just one coat, let it air dry for 3 minutes, then apply one layer of the nail polish 2 to 3 times, and then apply the top coat. So you see, I'm learning as I go. That's kind of how I tend to do things. So character. This is really not going to take me long. It's only one nail each, but it's gonna be. Oh wait, I need the UV light and the magnet. I think I do the magnet while it's. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is gonna take some concentration. Oh. Oh, look at that. Man, it's pretty gooey. Could it be because of how long it's been sitting there? Or is it just that that's how the cat eye is? I don't know. Does look thicker than nail polish should kind of look, right? That doesn't look too right. Let me get a little bit of paper here. Clean off those edges. Come on, buddy. Hey, Tots. Okay, so let me see what this even looks like. Does it? Is it working? I don't know. I don't know what's the proper way of doing this, so I'm gonna do it wrong the first time. Do I have to cure it first? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see it. I think I see something coming up. And my finger is so unsteady. You know, the second time, whenever I decide to do this again, we're gonna know. We're gonna. Oh wow, 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 wow! That was hot. What the fuck? Is that normal? Is it? Does it get that hot? Oh my god! What was that? What? Is it supposed to get hot like that? Yo. That's crazy. How do people have their fingers under a UV for like more than 10 seconds? That shit burned and I only had it there for 2. What? This reminds me of when I tried to like dye my hair white, which I did at various times. Not a bad idea because I did really like it, but man, that hurt. What is this? People are out here getting their fingers UV'd? That burns. Oh my god. What? And you gotta do it straight? Is it just me? There's no way this is supposed to burn. Hold on a minute. Okay, so coming back, seems like it is not exactly a normal thing, but it's also not something that what do you call it? They say to take your finger off, and when I say they, I mean the Redditors, because of course that's where I look when I need some professional help. Because somehow they know everything. So how does cat eye actually work? Oh, I think it's like 2 to 3 layers, though. Okay, so then that's the first layer. I hope I'm doing this right. But hey, we're learning. We're learning. Nobody is perfect. I don't know what I'm doing. We don't know what we're doing. We're just here to exist. So, that's the second coat. Not exactly sure how the magnet's supposed to work, but I hope it gives me really cool effects because of the type of nail it is, like the type of metal and stuff. I doubt it's gonna turn out looking the same way that, you know, professional nail artists do, but that's okay. I'm okay. Man, this looks like ass. Okay, but it does have this really cool, like, bubbled, rounded effect. So I'm gonna cure it again. Ah, please don't burn. Ah, why are you burning? That's right. That's right. Transition state. Heat spike. Poo. Poo. Chill. Chill. Alright. Cure, baby, cure. But don't burn, don't hurt. That's maybe I shouldn't have done yellow as my first one. Maybe I should have gone like a nicer color like purple. Or not black, because you know everybody goes for black as like their kind of go-to nail polish. But this is odd. This is odd. We'll see, because I also don't want to get rid of them because I like the colors, but maybe I'm just not doing it right. That's gotta be it. I'm just not doing it right. But it is really cool how it solidifies so quickly. That's too much. I think that's too much. Okay. So this is going to be the last layer. So then hopefully it kind of cleans out the mistakes from the previous one. Because now that I hopefully know how to do this, then I can clear it out for the last, when I have to like man, I cannot think. When I have to go over this with like a little nail tip and like an ear cleaner, a pipe cleaner, and clean out these gross edges. I don't know if any of this magnet is doing anything. Is it this other way? Have I been missing it this whole time? Is anything happening? Curing. So, ha ha ha. That is uncomfortable. Yeah, maybe I should kind of like... Because I did clearly go over onto my finger. So... Wow, this UV is weird, dude. Okay. So, I got that done. I want to clean those edges off and see if this was even like a good idea, like a good color to start with, because now I'm not so sure. Because like it looks like a nice color, but compared to the tone of my skin, I think it's kind of not the right shade to start off with. Okay, so now... Okay, good, I'm able to kind of rub it off a little bit. I was so scared. I thought I, like, melted this thing onto my finger and I was gonna look like a dusty bitch or something. Because this is not it, buddy. But there's a really cool, like, layer on it. Now, the problem is that... Clearly I didn't do this right. This looks... This looks so bad. No. Man. I fucked. But not too bad. I mean, still pretty bad. It's bad. This looks really bad. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to, like, undo. That looked real bad. Can I just... Can I just tap out? How about I call it let's not paint my nail, because I didn't do it right. And now the next question is, how do I get it off? Oh, internet sleuths, please help me now. I think I probably should have done that first, you know? Okay. So they just say to leave your finger in acetone, so I guess while this thing is deleting itself, I can talk more about the character writing that I never got back to. So, character writing. When you want to, like, talk about a person, because you know how people come from many different cultures, many different personality, like they've got the personalities because of how they grew up, their home life, if they had a home, if they were treated with love, if they were raised with fear. All of that will help mold the person that the story is either following or the story is accompanying. And by learning more about people, which is a great advantage that I was given when I became a medical assistant, because I was able to talk to so many people daily, that I got to see everybody's life held something that I would never get to see. So I started valuing other people's perspectives, because there's only so much time I have, but they got to live all of that, and they're just giving me basically the footnotes of something that I would never imagine. Like I learned about so many different types of jobs that I didn't know existed just from talking to people. And I think we should get back to doing that. Because, like, people, you know, we're sources of love and information, and if we know us and we know what's going on, we'll be better informed to protect ourselves. And that's why information is power. So when you put that into, like, writing, you also want to think of who has the upper hand in what strategy and what category, like, I don't know about category, but, like, who has the upper hand in what battle. Like, does one character know more than they're letting on? Is the other one misinformed? Is he misled? Is he lied to? Is he... Did I already say manipulated? Ugh. But you have to know who has the most information, because usually that's somebody that can leverage a lot of power. Now, that person could be information for good or bad, depending on how you want to do it. Let me see if this is coming off. Oh my god. There's a dent. Was it even worth it? Man. At least I've also got tomorrow. But this kind of writing is something that's really important to me, because it helped me even get into writing the story that Alexis and I are writing. So I want to talk a little bit about that today, because it is something that ended up shaping me as a result of writing about it. So EI, Emotional Intelligence, is a story about an AI who has anger issues, was raised by a doctor and her team of other scientists, roboticists, and he does not trust anybody. So they design a robot to help him kind of overcome this anger that he has. So then he has therapy, because he has not been able to be treated, because he doesn't let himself be treated by other people. So their solution was, let's make a robot so then he can't destroy it, and he will have a friend. And that was the whole beginning part of EI. And so these characters all have very long history to them. Like, they didn't start coming into fruition until, I'd say, like 2019, when we actually started writing it as a comic, because it wasn't anything but a pitch at first. Like, I think I could just put like a few images here of the PowerPoint presentation I did in college, and Alexis came in and she joined me because she really liked the idea. And so after we graduated is when we started taking it seriously, and we wanted to build a universe and characters and a true story for EI. And as I was writing it with her, I realized that it reflects so much about me through it. And by learning more about the characters, I got to learn more about myself. So art and writing is something that is very internal, because like our perspectives influence our writing, and it's not even like an opinion, it literally is how it is. Like those words can only come from our experience. So I also have like a few, I'd say, concerns when it comes to the whole idea of like death of the author, because I agree with the intention, I understand the intention, but there's also a core part of that story exists because of the person we're trying to disassociate it with. So then what are we trying to blind ourselves to? Is it the idea of what we want that story to be and the good feelings it reminds us of? Or are we trying to disassociate the person that we don't like from the work that came from them? Because, like, it makes sense with people when you have that kind of perspective. Like, you are not your parent, you are a completely different person. You don't have to have these feelings of like that you're less than because your parents were bad people. So you want the kid to feel, safe because they are not the actions of others. And stories, they kind of act in the same way. They didn't ask to be born, they didn't ask to be written by, let's say, a lunatic, but they exist. And they exist to be cared for and loved, because like stories have a message to them. And I guess that's kind of where I come back down to the idea of like, it's a story and it wants to be remembered. And I find that very beautiful, because we all kind of want to share something about us, whether we think about it or not. Just talking is a form of information sharing. We're telling you something, whether it's significant or profound, mundane. There's something that we want to express. And the problem of expression comes when somebody comes to oppose it, which is something that I've been seeing ever since I've been aware of myself. And man, this has turned into like a deeper conversation, but we'll just go on, because I really do want to talk about this, because I want to kind of see a change for the better, where differences exist because that's how life works. The only way that we can move on is if there's something to interrupt the path and then takes us on a new direction. If we want to follow the argument of evolution, those animals had to be formed by their environment in order to survive and create new branches of themselves, or adapt to other environments, so then that one can live there. People are the same way. Everything is the same way. It's all about adaptation and about survival, but it's also about love, because love is the thing that helps growth. But opposition also helps growth, because then it teaches you something. Now, the level of teaching varies, because you also should not be cruel, because cruelty doesn't teach. It just derives pleasure from the sadist or the person that is inflicting the harm. So now there's like this disbalance of like, is it really teaching, or are you just taking enjoyment from it? So that's another thing, is discernment. We really have to discern what is safe and what is good for us, because it's not, people, there's all sorts of people in the world, and very few of them are going to be able to be there for you 24/7 like you are for yourself. So what you really should be doing at this time is kind of like learning your values, what you stand for, what you believe in, and really dig deep as to why you feel that way about those opinions. Because if you don't, then somebody will tell you for you, and you're going to end up following them, and you're not going to know who you are. So a huge part of life is learning who you are and being able to form something out of that, so then you can have your space but also be a part of the world. And it's something that I just kind of like picked up. But there's also a lot of people that tell you, and you know what? Actually, now that I'm on this, the brain is so funny because I feel like I've been told that same information that I'm saying now in many different ways, but I don't think I was aware enough to understand it. So the brain is also a very tricky thing, and I just think that everybody should be aware that discernment will protect you. And, to just be careful out there. So I really don't know what to do next because this actually turned out to be a total flop. Really fun though. I had fun writing. I had fun painting and failing at it. It's a nice experience. So then I know maybe I should not do these nail polishes. Maybe I should just practice on like a fake acrylic nails so then I could get the hang of it before I actually attempt to put this on my finger again, because that UV light burned me. Not that it caused any serious damage, but maybe I don't want to put that on my finger again. So we'll maybe leave the nail polish for another day. But I am going to be streaming tonight with my girlfriend. We're going to be playing Ace Attorney on Twitch, so I'm going to add the link to her channel under this video, so if anybody's interested and they want to know a little bit more about the kind of writing we do, the kind of interests that we have, because when it comes to streaming, I love to play story-based games, and we do voice acting for the characters there, but we also like to completely change them as to like who they are just to make it more fun for us. So like, for example, right now with Ace Attorney, we've recoded all the characters to just be Sonic characters, so we're voicing them with that same inflection and ideas to who they are. So like Phoenix for me is Big the Cat, and Maya Faye is Amy. Like Phoenix really is like a big cat when he talks, because that man knows nothing, but somehow he's a lawyer. But I digress. I love the series. That's what got me interested in like law and truth anyways. So it has a really it has a good place in my heart. And if you're interested in learning about EI, which I'm going to be making more, I want to make some content about it, but I just don't really know how to tackle that, I guess. I don't know where to start with it, because there's so much to it that I want to talk about, because the EI is a very, I feel like it's a powerful story. Like, just to give you like a little tidbit, is I want this story to teach you about yourself as you're reading it. Because everything that I've been learning about how people function and how we express ourselves and how we ought to communicate and how we fail to communicate is in that story. So I'm just going to spend the rest of this afternoon kind of getting rid of these. But stay tuned to my next video to where maybe we cook and talk about, I don't know, how chickens evolved. I have so many things that I want to talk about, and by the time I think of it, it's like it feels like the idea just poofed out. So this is more like a rambling first introduction, because I like talking, and if this is a place to connect and just to get your thoughts out, then I'll use it for that. But I do have a different channel where I'm going to be posting more art related and more comic related things, so that one's also going to be in the description of this video. So we've got the Twitch stream later tonight with Alexis for Ace Attorney. We are on the third case right now with Will Powers I think we're going into the first court case for that trial, so I am very excited for it. And then I'm also going to post a link to the Discord, where we have all of Prologue, Chapter 1, and Chapter 2 on the Discord, but I'll also post a link to the website where you can read the comic and get to know the characters better there. But I'm gonna spend a good while here just trying to chip this off. Anyway, this has been a great time. I'll see when I do this again, but I do want to... Oh, actually, I don't even remember if I started off. Like, this is October 8th, so my birthday. I was born 27 years ago. Happy birthday, me. Fucked up my nail polish. See you guys in the next one. Bye.